Hi, this is Leetcode question, longest non-decreasing subarray from two arrays. This is the third question of weekly contest number 353. Now we will use dynamic programming to solve this question. And to do that, let's say we want to solve at index I equal 4 or 3. We have two values, tb1, tb2. tb1 is what is the maximum subarray that ends at index I equal 3 and has the value 2. tb2 is the maximum non-decreasing subarray that ends at index 3 and has the value equal to 3. And to calculate these two answers, we need some information from previous index I equal 2, and this includes b1, which is similar to tb1. p1 is the answer for the subarray and at this index I equal 2 and has the value 3. b2, the same, is the maximum subarray that end with this value 2. Now to calculate for tb1, we have the value 2 from 3, and we have 2. These are from the previous index, from nums 1, and this is from nums 2. Now we can go from 3 to 2 and from 2 to 2. Now 3 is greater than 2, so we cannot move from 3 to 2. In this case, we set tb1 to be equal to 1, and from 2 we can go to 2 because 2 is equal to 2. Here we said we have p1 and here p2. Because we can go from 2 to 2, we have p2 plus 1. In this case, tb1 will be the maximum of 1 and p2 plus 1. Now let's calculate tb2. To do that, we have the value 3 at the current index, and from the previous index 3 and 2 have p1 here, some value, and p2. Now we can go from 3 to 3 because 3 equal to 3. So tb2 in this case it's p1 plus 1, and we can go from 2 to 3 because 2 is less than 3. The value here is p2 plus 1. So the maximum of these two values, p1 plus 1 and p2 plus 1, will be assigned to tb2, and the answer at this index will be the maximum of these two values, tb1 and tb2, and if it's greater than the answer, we assign it to the answer. Let's see how can this work. So we start at index 1. Notice that tb1 initial is 1, tb2 is 1, and the answer is 1. Start at this index, p1 equal tb1, so answer equal 1. Now p1 equal tb1 is 1, p2 equal tb2, choose 1. So b1, b2 represent the solution for the previous index, this one and this one. Now solve for 6. 1 is greater than 6 and the value of b1 is 1, so we have 1 plus 1 equal 2. From 2 to 6 we can go, value of b2 is 1, so 1 plus 1 equal 2. The maximum of these two is 2, so tb1 here is tb1 equal 1. Now let's calculate for tb2. From 1 to 4 can go, the p1 is 1, so 1 plus 1 equal 2. From 2 to 4 also, the value of p2 is 1 plus this move equal 2, and the maximum of these two is 2, so tb2 equal 2. tb1, we said it's the maximum of these, so it should be 2. Then we need to solve for the next index. So here we have 2 and here we have 2, so we update the answer by the maximum of 1, 2, 2, and the answer is 2. And this is correct because you can form subarray 1, 6 or 1, 4 or 2, 6, 2, 4. Any of these can contain the maximum non-decreasing subarray. Now let's move to I equal 2 and calculate for tb1. Now p1 equal tb1, the previous value, which is 2. p2 equal the previous value here, which is 2. Now calculate for tb1. From 6 to 3 we cannot go, so tb1 equal 1. From 4 to 3 we cannot go, also we have 1. The maximum of these is 1, so tb1 is 1 at this index, so tb1, so at I equal 2, tb1 equal 1, tb2 is from 6 to 2 we cannot go, so we have 1. From 4 to 2, 4 is greater than 2, so also we have 1. The maximum is 1, so tb2 equal 1. So the maximum of 1 and 1, and the answer is the answer itself, so the answer remains 2 at index 2. Now let's do I equal 3. p1 equal tb1, which is 1. p2 equal tb2, which is 1. Now let's calculate tb1 and tb2. tb1, from 3 we cannot go, so we have 1. From 2 we can go to 2. The value at 2, which is b2, is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. The maximum of these is 2, so tb1 is 2. For tb2, from 3 to 3, 3 equal to 3, and b1 equal 1, so 1 plus 1 is 2. From 2 also we can go to 3. The b2 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. The maximum of these is 2, so we have 2. Now the maximum of 2 and 2 and the answer is still 2. Now let's solve for the last index. Start p1 equal the previous tb1, which is 2, p2 equal tb2, which is 2. Now let's calculate for tb1. From 2 to 1 we cannot go, so we have 1. From 3 to 1 we cannot move, so also we have 1. The maximum is 1, so tb1 is 1. Now let's calculate tb2. From 2 to 4, 2 is less than 4. The value of p1 is 2, so 2 plus 1 equal 3. From 3 we can go to 4. p2 is 2, so 2 plus 1 equal 3. The maximum is 3. And the maximum between tb1, tb2 and the answer is 3, so we update the answer, and this will be final answer. And this is correct because you can take this subarray 2, 3, 4 and the length is 3.